keeper. Them burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And it's home in by Nick Burnell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This is Carson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
First carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissic. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Here's Carson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's caught, blocked it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now it's Carson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On the stop that time, Frosty Rucker.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Wilson on second down. That is caught at the 7. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Carr. Rolling to his right. Lets it go for Nelson. Sheds off the tackle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Carr throwing on second down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And out now come the Seahawks. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Lynch. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Carr gives to Marshawn. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10 now, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They run it with Carson, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more after this.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. It's caught, Baldwin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Baldwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
19.
To throw on second down, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And Dixon over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is first and goal from about the 8. Wilson will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They're going to keep it on the ground. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Card out to throw. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Wilson to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive with Lynch. And some strong running. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Carr now on first down. And Roberts with it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Get down, get down. 185.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Carr to throw again. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now a play fake. Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Carson, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is Harris. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a give to Lynch. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From midfield, here's Carr. Finds Roberts left side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. The pitch out to Lynch. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for second down. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. A second nice move. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Right back to him on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Come on, let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Whitehead, the Temple product, in a new uniform this season.
Yeah, moving over from Detroit now to the Oakland Raiders, and what they're going to love about him is consistency. He shows up each and every week, understands the defense fully, and roams and makes a lot of tackles.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Come on, tempo, tempo. Zero.
Now Wilson on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Come on, let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
Check. Hey.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the rookie first rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Earl Thomas in on the stop. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Carr now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there. Carr to Nelson, 53 yards. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And they are able to spike this in time. And that is going to set up a field goal try that one way or the other will decide this football game. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And it's pandemonium in the black hole as the silver and black have won it. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Raiders, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss here will move.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bins I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bins I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too